Hey everyone, it's Phil here, and in this video, we're going to cover everything I would have done differently if I started a business today. Okay, if you know my story, I've done over $15 million in revenue, more now if you count cash checks that we were, collecting early on, which was a mistake, took way too much time. But anyways, let's get to the points so you guys don't make the same mistakes, and hopefully it helps you get to your business goals faster. Okay. The first thing I would do is I would keep everything as simple as possible. You don't overcomplicate things. A lot of people think that you need to do so much more, make more complex systems in order for things to work. But there's literally biggest of the biggest companies in the world that just rely on simple systems. And, people always make mistakes. You cannot think, this is going wrong, so something is wrong. No, that's not how it works. Literally, people at large companies make huge mistakes, costing them millions, billions per year. So do not overcomplicate things. Okay. Number two, I wouldn't, change anything unless you diagnose the problem and actually found the root cause. Because a lot of times people, assume here's the problem, that's the problem, this is what's going to solve it, and it doesn't move the needle. One example for us, very early on, we thought that, website's the problem, people aren't converting, we're losing so much money, but website was not the problem. It was traffic. Traffic was the problem. We didn't get enough traffic in order to even get people to convert. Okay. And then we, of course, spend money trying to change the homepage, things like that. And that is huge. You cannot, go in there and start changing things. A lot of the times that will not be the problem. Something else will be the problem. Keep it simple. We literally just interviewed a Booking Koala user not that long ago who said he didn't even have a website when he started. He does 2,000 jobs per year and still doesn't have a website. Website is not the problem. It's a tool that's going to be helpful. However, do not overthink it. And especially when you're starting out and there's, a developer trying to sell you a $5,000 website and you almost have no money. Don't fall for that. You don't need that. Start with the basic website. This is just an example, and don't overcomplicate things. Okay. One thing we did is that we expanded way too quickly early on. We had one location, was producing phenomenal results, first full year in business, did almost $1 million in revenue. And then right after that, we tried to expand into 4 cities at once. And that was a mistake. We went a little bit too quick. We should have went into 1 other cities, perfected that city, gotten the same results as the first one, then went back and maybe expanded into 2 more cities. But expanding too quick often becomes a problem. So take it easy at the beginning and go 1 at a time until you have 2 proven markets, and then go to 2. Maybe once you get those 2 going, go to 3, and so on. I would trust the process. If you guys are actually producing some kind of result, trust the process and don't ever think that you're going too slow, because that was one big mistake that, cost us a lot of money and cost us a lot of time. Probably the time is even the bigger factor, because when you don't think you're going fast enough, you guys start to look elsewhere. You start to get distracted. You find gurus out there that are showing you how they've done, in 24 hours, crazy numbers, or their first month, made $1 million. And those distractions will start to make you think, hey, what am I doing wrong? I can do what they're doing. Let's switch industries. Let's switch plans. And that costs you so much time, because it is never going to be as easy. Even if what they're claiming that it's true, it's never going to be as easy as them showing you that it was that easy. Okay. So don't get distracted by those things. Just keep improving, because if you have something that's actually working and you see progress month to month, that means it's working. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And keep in mind that some businesses literally struggle year one and grow the second year. Fast forward that to later, sometimes year 10, they will plateau. And then year 11, it explodes because market change. They figured something out or they just stuck the course. So stick to the course and you will see that 1 year sometimes carries 3 bad years. Here is the last one and a very big one. I would obsess over retention as much as possible, especially if you guys are in reoccurring businesses. Okay. Make sure that you are not just saying, hey, let me get as many customers, because that's the wrong approach. I had that approach very early on as well, just stack customers, but you have to actually think about the customers that you've already gotten. How can you make sure that they're staying with you? They love your service. And that is actually what leads to bigger growth, because you can spend a lot of money on marketing, but you will never have the same return if a happy person actually tells their friends and family about your services. And that spreads faster, it converts higher, and it's just better for your business. So make sure that each client you get, you take care of them. That's your focus. And you will see just off of that alone, you can grow a huge business. I hope that these tips helped you guys out, and good luck with your businesses.